Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of my massive Japan haul series. If you missed the previous episodes, you can check it out in the link above over here. For today's episode, I'll be sharing my experience at Universal Studios Japan for the very exclusive summer events, both anime and non-anime related. If you're interested in seeing how I got into the exclusive summer One Piece show, keep watching, I'll tell you more. Without further ado, let's get started. Visiting USJ was the key highlight of my trip. I've always heard of how the rides here were the best in the world, and as a roller coaster thrill seeker, I needed to go at least once in my life. And so, I bought the 2-day pass for my entire family, so we can take our time to enjoy everything multiple times. Even though I bought the tickets for non-peak period days, I also got the Express Pass. So we have guaranteed access to key rides I was looking forward to. In particular, the rides under the Variety Thrills category. Well, was it worth it? For the area time entry at Super Mario World, yes. Like, this spot is so popular all day long that they have first come first served tickets you have to book the moment you enter. And it only works when you are near the area. So, the moment the park opened, everyone just rushed over like a hawk. I mean, we're not supposed to run, although there were some kids and very rare adults that did it. But you got a fast walk, and it was scary. I saw a mom scolding her child for falling. Great parenting. Was Super Mario World worth it? Well, for kids, yes. There are many Easter eggs to find if you bought the wristband, but the main highlight is koopachallenge for the go-kart ride. All day, the waiting time was just consistently 2 hours on a non-peak period day. Crazy. I went 2 times. The other area time entry is for Harry Potter, but to be honest, you don't need it. All day, anytime you can just walk in. But what you need is the Express Pass for the Harry Potter Forbidden Journey ride. To me, this was the best ride in USJ. The Express Pass also granted me quick access to hollywooddream. But if you enter the park and head over here first, the wait time will only be 30 minutes for about the first hour. So technically you can go at it twice. And I did. I tried out both hollywooddream and backdrop. And for hollywooddream, you would want to go multiple times because there's a One Piece collaboration, as well as a Demon Slayer collaboration, where you can hear the voices of the anime characters as you go on the ride. You just gotta select the correct playlist once you're seated before the roller coaster moves, so be quick. It was fun if you love anime. During the time I was there, I also managed to catch the My Hero Academia 4D show, and I'm glad to finally see something different from the Shrek 4D show which I've seen multiple times in Singapore. The plot was so unique and watching the characters here was really fun. And the waiting time for this show was not too bad actually. The last ride I had express access to was the Flying Dinosaur, but to be honest, you don't need it. For the whole day, this ride only had 30 minutes waiting time. Maybe the drama with the ride getting stuck recently scared everyone away, but it was thrilling. I enjoyed it. I've mentioned before in my previous episodes that I have no luck. Well, it's true for my USJ experience as well. On day 2, every restaurant and shop went out of business in the afternoon. You can't buy souvenirs, you can't buy a meal. That day, the world stood still. The blue screen of death happened. Was super disappointed because there were so many things I wanted to buy and so many snacks I wanted to try. I mean, if they gave me free Milo, I would have been impressed. Milo is happiness. In the midst of everyone's disappointment, well, at least the summer event lifted up everyone's moods for a little bit.
This is the moment, you gotta take it in and know that you own it. Bring on that feeling, you gotta go all out, it's what you've been dreaming. 待ちに待ったこの時を何が何でも手に入れようそう高く高く舞い上がろうよ求められない Can't stop us now. Woo! This body's got no limit. Oh, 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 oh.
The floats, the music, the atmosphere, it was all so hyped in that summer heat. Nothing else mattered except seeing Mario and Pikachu on the road. And the USJ No Limit song is so dope. Anyway, back to the video. The first goodie I picked up at USJ is this press coin thingy of Bakugo from My Hero Academia. Anime collabs are so uniquely Japan that I needed to get one of these. At the Harry Potter world, I also picked up this time turner keychain because I love the trinket. It turns like Hermione's and there's also an hourglass with sand at the center. Look, it's moving! With the One Piece collaboration going on, I needed to get some merch of it. And I saw that they had some can badges and Law was in the lineup. So I gambled what I could with 3 per packs, and the 4 of us, I got 12 blind packs. Sad to say, I got a few duplicates and these are what I got. I would say this Zoro and this Straw Hat Crew badge are the best pulls I got. Sadly, I didn't get Law. I also made a gamble for this plushie cause Law was in it, but it was more expensive than the badges, so I decided to just buy 2 and leave it to fate. Here are the 2 boxes I picked up. And for this lineup, there are 6 different designs. Of course, one of which is my favorite Law. Now the best part about this plush is that it can sit on your shoulder. I saw people wearing the Law at the park and I really needed one. So let's open up the first box. Taking a peek inside, there's white hair. And who could it be? And for my first pull, I got Gear 5 Luffy. Yay, I think this is not too bad. I really like Gear 5 Luffy's design. And at the back, they even have his little straw hat and it's like just printed on. Here is the magnet which you put under your shirt, allowing this little Luffy to sit on your shoulder. Okay, for the second box, let's see who we get. Taking a peek inside, I think it's my Law. Look at the polka dot hat. Okay, I think it is Law. It's the polka dot hat. Taking him out. Yes, I got Law. My first stroke of luck at USJ. I got the one I wanted. Oh gosh, it's Law. I can't believe I got him. On the back, it's so funny how the details of the cape is just printed on like that. It's so goofy looking, I love it. So lucky with this. I can't believe I got Law, like the one I was aiming for. Also, as part of the One Piece summer event, there was a Sanji pirate restaurant going on. And to get tickets, you will need to open the Japanese version of the USJ webpage to even see the link to purchase. Unfortunately, this restaurant is highly sought after with very limited seats. I was initially keeping track on when the tickets will go up on sale, and let me tell you, half hour in, all the July slots were out of stock. Like, that was crazy fast. I didn't manage to get a ticket, unfortunately. The only way I had a chance to was through booking the VIP Experience Group Tour. But having spent a whole lot of money on the 2-day pass and the Express Pass, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So instead, we settled for the easily accessible one-piece snacks found at the Jurassic Park World. Here we got Robins and Choppers, very refreshing summer drinks. And look at the size difference of the cup. Chopper is so much shorter. Super adorable. We also managed to try Zoro's matcha churritos, and it was pretty good, even though I don't really eat matcha flavored things. We also got Sanji's pork ribs with tomato and herbs, and it was super savory. Really delicious. We also managed to get lunch at the Straw Hat Crew's Feast restaurant at Jurassic World. Be warned, it was so crowded at lunch that people had to wait outside in the summer heat before coming in. We managed to get in only because we had an early lunch. We got Luffy's very meaty meat plate and it's really for meat lovers. We also got Jinbei's grilled chicken with miso sauce and I love this a lot. For desserts, we got Sanji's chocolate cake as well as Nami's orange parfait. Okay, this may be a bit gross, but I brought back the paper plates for the food. I mean, I thoroughly cleaned it though, and I had to cause it was One Piece themed and very memorable. Like my first USJ trip for a One Piece summer event. How awesome is that? I also brought back the Zoro mug, which is normal since I bought it. There's also one version for Luffy, and my brother took that one. Besides getting food at the One Piece restaurant, on day 2, we tried the lunch at the Happiness Cafe. As through googling, I was informed that this was one of the places that had the best food at USJ. I would say the food is pretty good and the presentation of the dishes is really photogenic. And of course, I had to take back something from here. I brought the various desserts cups back, and these are actually quite high quality with pretty thick plastic. So, quite useful as party cups if ever needed. At USJ, there was also an ongoing Demon Slayer collaboration, and there were related snacks. I managed to try Inosuke's churritos, which is chocolate and chestnut flavored. It was really delicious and sweet. I also managed to try Zenitsu's Thunderclap and Flash croissant, which is a chocolate cream and orange flavored. Thankfully, we managed to get this before the blue screen of death hit the park, so we didn't go hungry for the rest of the day. Also, I may have brought the Zenitsu paper plate back too. On the first day of my USJ visit, the Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village Arc XR ride premiered, but that was for people who booked in advance. But on day 2, it was the first day the ride opened to public, and instead of Super Mario, all the Japanese ran towards this. I too tried my luck, but the wait time was almost 4 hours long. So instead, I went for Hollywooddream 3 times. Eventually, the crowd died down and I managed to wait only 2 hours to have a go at this, but during lunchtime. It was awesome to see Tanjiro in action. During the very long queue wait time, there was a photo opportunity in the middle to entertain you a little bit. So as a piece of memory, I bought this photo card from this ride. I usually don't buy this sort of touristy thing, but it's for Demon Slayer, so why not? I also tried my luck at the camp badges for the Demon Slayer set, but after the incident with the One Piece badges, I toned it down a bit and only got 3 badges. Thankfully, all the badges I got were unique. I also got this Demon Slayer pen holder acrylic stands featuring the various Demon Slayer characters. But it's mainly because there's a Rengoku and Tengen having a blast here. This set felt really premium as peeling off this plastic sheet was satisfying. Also, removing each piece from the acrylic sheet was really easy. However, it was quite tedious removing the protective plastic from each of the pieces. For each character, you will get a unique base and the character acrylic stand itself. There's also this circular acrylic piece, which is used to hold the pen and is attached like this. Once you put the character acrylic stand into the base, you're pretty much all good to go. And putting this pen holder to the test, yep, it works as a pen holder. From this set, I also got Gyu, and the bases are designed like puzzle pieces, so you can actually attach both of them together like so. There's also Rengoku, which is my favorite character from this series, as well as Tengen, with the really adorable mice balloons. And of course, we have the power team with Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. And here is everyone put together. Okay, now the main highlight of the trip to USJ. the One Piece premiere show. I've seen so much clips of people showing what's going on in the show, but it was really tough finding out how to get into it. So let me tell you how I did it. First, you must view the USJ site in Japanese. Google's auto-translate will help you understand the info, but you have to do this so that you can see the link to buy the tickets. After you click that link, you will be directed to the premiere show ticket reservations page, and now you can proceed to buy. Take note, you'll need a Club Universal account to proceed, so create one first. You can use your Tenso account details to fill in a Japanese address. And once you're done, you're all set to go. Upon clicking the Buy Now button, you are asked to confirm these conditions, so just read it and confirm. If you're not logged in yet, you're prompted to do so and redirected back to the order page. From here, you can choose your preferred date, and note that all the One Piece shows are at the same time. Next, you have to decide how you want to select your seats. If you don't have any preference, you can select the left button. But if you want to choose your seats, select the right button instead. Although I selected my seats, I kinda wish I chose somewhere else better, so here's my advice. Avoid the columns. The columns actually block the upper portion of the stage, so you're better off sitting at the sides instead. At least from the sides you can see the entire stage. Of course, the best would be the S-tier seats, but those are first to go and more expensive. And to be honest, the first row at the upper section is also a really good spot, because the characters will be acting along that middle aisle. And during the finale, they will also walk by there, so you can have a really close-up photo of them. Once you have made your decision, you can move on to select your seats at the next page. You can also choose adjacent seating or separate seating, depending on whether you have more than one pax. If there's a dash at the front of the seat, it means all the slots are taken. Once you are done, you are prompted to review the details of your reservation, and if it's all good, agree to the terms and conditions, and confirm to proceed. On the next page, you are to fill in your personal information, as well as select the payment method. To be honest, I got stuck here because the Singapore credit cards don't work. I've seen on Reddit that the American Express card may sometimes work after try and error, but that was years ago. So I had to select the second payment method to pay by the magical conveni. There's a variety of convenience stores which you can choose to pay from, but the trick is you must pay for the tickets before the next day ends. So if you plan this right, you may buy the tickets at Japan, of course subject to availability of the seats. I personally have a friend in Japan and she kindly helped me out for this. Once I confirmed the order, I got an email with the payment instructions and gave my friend the payment slip number with the details. She had a 7-Eleven near her place, and after she made the payment there, I got the payment confirmation email. But take note, this email is not the tickets. For the tickets, you gotta go back to the purchasing tickets site and go to purchase history over here. Under the purchase history, click your order for the One Piece show. Next, click the button that will show the QR code that will appear only after you made payment for the ticket. And this is the QR code which you have to bring to the park to claim your One Piece show tickets. The tickets are to be redeemed in the park, and the booth is near the park entrance, so keep a lookout for it. Do exchange your tickets early before the One Piece show starts. You don't want to be rushing last minute for this. And once you got the tickets, head over to the Waterworld show area about 15 minutes before showtime, and you'll be in for a treat. The One Piece show was exciting and engaging, and unlike most cultures, Japan actually stick to the no camera rules. The only time we could take pictures was at this finale when all the characters came out and did a catwalk. It was super fun. I was so happy to see Law and Beeple and their adorable antics. But let's be honest, Bon-chan was the star of the show. And that's all for today's video. By the way, as a tip, you can upgrade your USJ 2-day or 1-day pass to an annual pass within the day at the guest service office. Since I already spent so much, I might as well. I'll be back again for sure within the year. I had a great time here, but for Wallet-kun, not so much. He sustained so much damage from part 1 to part 3, all in increasing value. And part 4, well, that may just be the death of him, at about 150,000 yen. And the total damage adds up to about 390,000 yen. Ouch, my wallet. Anyway, thanks for staying till the end. Really appreciate it if you're still here. If you enjoyed what you saw, do leave a like and comment. And do subscribe with notification to stay tuned to the next and final episode of my Massive Japan haul series. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye!